Okay, but in all seriousness, if you saw my last video, it was me just crying about perimenopause. Um, but in all seriousness, listen, I am at a loss. I know there are a lot of women at a loss, but now try being an assigned female at birth, trans non-binary person in perimenopause because you take a low dose of testosterone, not enough to uh, stop your ovarian function, but enough to have a full beard. Yep, yeah, that's me. And this is what the doctor says. Well, have you tried taking more testosterone? Yeah, I did. I don't want to. Well, why? Because I don't want to be more masculine. But why? Well, because I don't want to. It doesn't feel good to me. But you're trans. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I first of all want more testosterone in my body. Second of all, want more like secondary sex characteristics of a male sex characteristics, or to be um, experiencing life perceived as a man in the society. Um, it doesn't mean anything, really. The word trans does not mean anything other than I don't do your gender rules. So when you tell me, why don't you do a gender rule and just take more testosterone and be a man? Um, that's because I have opted out of that. And that's what I mean by trans is no thank you to the gender rules. And my doctor is a trans man. My therapist is also a trans man because that's better than not a trans person sometimes. And no shade to these people, they are doing their best. But I have now seen three trans health specialists, all of whom were like, but if we give you estrogen and progesterone, then it's going to like reduce the masculizing effects of the testosterone. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not taking the testosterone for masculizing effects. Am taking testosterone for the least side effects version of helping my perimenopause that I can. Because way back then, if you looked at my chart when I was 38 and I was having a mental health breakdown because of the perimenopause stuff, because I was having like bleeding out on my bed and was having intense mood swings and was not sleeping, I, at that point, told my doctor I need help, and she said, "Okay, how about birth control pills?" I did tell her that if she checks my history, I attempted suicide when I was on birth control pills. Yes, I was 22. So yes, it might be less so now. But am I still scared? Absolutely. So then she was like, "How about an IUD?" Talk to my three friends who have IUDs, have tried IUDs, and they're all like, it's horrifying. It hurts. It's up in your system. You can feel it. It doesn't really improve anything. Don't do it. So I'm like, okay, what are our other options? I don't think there's any other options. Okay, you're too young for perimenopause, anyways. I'm like, well, whatever's happening right now is unacceptable. So can we just treat it whether I'm old enough for it or not? So I get myself the book, What Fresh Hell Is This? Great title. Basically gives me the entire history of how women's healthcare is baloney bullshit and tells me all the breakdown of every kind of hormone option you can do. So I read about testosterone, and it's used around the world to treat perimenopause with very positive results. I'm like, how about testosterone? Well, it's off label to prescribe it for perimenopause in our country. All right. Is there any other options? Well, because you're trans, you could take it, so we could start with a low dose. So they put me on like a trans man type version of testosterone, which I'm like, okay, if this is going to make me feel better, like that's fine. I'd rather not have a beard and I'd rather not have hair all over my entire body and I'd rather not have my voice lowered because I really love to sing, but I really don't want to die. So, yes, I will take it. And then a few years later, when I have a full beard and I can't sing anymore, I know I could like pay a trans health voice coach to teach me how to sing again, but I can't do everything. Okay. So I find out that I could have taken an even lower dose of testosterone and really low doses of progesterone and estrogen and maybe really helped myself with this stuff. But nobody mentioned that because they put me in the category of trans because I had gotten top surgery and said I was trans. I did not say I was a trans man. And here we are with a full beard. And I hate how it feels on my face. And I hate shaving. I had stopped shaving years ago. And now I am shaving my face, which is a super bummer to me. But I'm like radical accepting it. Okay, they didn't know what they didn't know. So now I'm going to my doctor and saying, listen, it's happening again. Testosterone is not cutting it. I need something more. I am really having a hard time. I am irritable. I am feeling like so exhausted. I feel like I don't want to do anything. And I am so happy in my life. I have worked so hard to build this beautiful life, beautiful own business, beautiful home, beautiful, like, radical acceptance place of like spiritually um understanding that it is not my fault that I have experienced all the things that I've experienced and that I currently have the challenges that I have, and like just letting everything be what it is. And then it all crashes. And I'm like having intrusive thoughts, not sleeping, so dry, so hot, but so cold at the same time. Um, Super hungry, but also don't want to eat anything. Uh, just so exhausted. Word finding, can't think straight, forgetting everything. I spent 10 minutes this morning looking for my toothpaste. I was looking at my toothpaste and I could not find it. I could not find it. I did eventually find it, but it took me about 10 minutes and I was looking at it. It was exactly where I was looking. Okay, my brain is failing because I don't have estrogen. I want estrogen. I do not want to increase testosterone. I want estrogen. I am having another appointment with my doctor today. Last week I had a whole therapy appointment preparing me for the last week appointment, which did not go well. Now I'm having a whole nother therapy appointment to try to prepare me for another doctor's appointment. And I am also signing up for some like midi health online health clinic, $250, something to try to see if somebody can help me because what the actual fuck? Why is it this hard? And I have Googled every single version of non-binary person assigned female at birth and perimenopause. And guess what they all say? We really need more research in this area because we don't have enough information about how these people are going to move through perimenopause. So, if you are out there as an assigned female at birth, perimenopause person taking a high enough dose of testosterone that your doctor thinks you're just on a trans man track, and a low enough dose of testosterone that your ovaries are still functioning, and you also have a mental health history of suicidality, and your doctors are very, very hesitant to put you on any kind of. He was like, I would do an SSRI and a birth control pill if you didn't have your history, and I'm like, okay, but I do have my history, so think of something else. They don't want to put me on any SSRIs because I've had suicidality. They don't want to put me on birth control or estrogen because I've had suicidality, but I'm falling apart. So the suicidality might come back either way, team, if we keep going at this rate. So let's try some things. Let's take some risks. I get it. I really want to appreciate that they don't want to take the risks, but I want to be able to take a walk without feeling like my vulva is going to tear off. Okay. I need some moisture in my system. My brain needs some help. Everything needs some help. Please help me. Please help me. If you know any resources, please put them in the comments. Please help. Okay. Just, I'm praying to all the gods. I'm forming a relationship with Krishna, the love god, to see if Krishna can help me with my vaginal dryness. Please help me. I'm doing the estrogen. I'm doing the vaginal estrogen. I need more than that. I'm gonna start drinking it. I don't, maybe I should take a scoop of it every morning.